Hello, I have been feeling inspired recently by some creators on YouTube who are building in public and sharing what they're learning as they're building. These are people like Bin Awad and Jedkal, DevDuck, and Kal Halden. I hope I'm saying his name right. But I think building in public is a great way to help yourself as a creator. It keeps you accountable and helps you learn faster, while also providing really high quality content for your audience and helping them learn with you. So I'd like to share what I've been working on recently, which is prototyping an application using Chakra UI. When I started this project, I didn't have an idea specific to the project that I wanted to build. I just knew that I wanted to learn Chakra UI and use it with Next.JS. So I went to frontendmentor.com, I went to their challenges, signed up for a pro subscription, sorted by the hardest first, and just decided to do this project, which was a great learning experience. I think that Frontend Mentor is awesome, and they provide really high quality design files that make it simple as a programmer to focus on the part of the learning that's most important, which is the actual programming. So this is the project that I built. You might be able to see that it doesn't look identical to the one from Frontend Mentor, but that's okay, again, because my goal here was really to learn the technology rather than build a portfolio project. And I did learn a lot. It has a desktop view, a tablet view, and a mobile view, which sort of can take me into the first thing I learned about Chakra UI, which is that the use media query hook that comes with the library doesn't always behave correctly in a server-side rendered environment. So that means that on the server, it might show one set of components, and then on the client, it wants to show a different set of components. And when those get out of sync, you're gonna have rendering problems in your application. So in order to fix that, what I did was use the use media query hook, and I extracted an is tablet view and is desktop view variable out of those. And then I'm using some conditions here to create three other variables called show desktop view, show tablet view, and show mobile view. And those are sort of the source of truth in my app for what view should be showing at any given time. I had to do this because, again, the server and client rendering differences. And if you know of a better way to do this, please let me know. This is just what I came up with to get the app to work. It's also important that I have this set mounted equal to true, because I'm using it to determine whether or not the desktop view should be showing. And basically what that means is that on the server side, we're always going to assume it's the desktop view, and that every time we view it on the client, it sort of goes through this logic again and checks what is supposed to be showing. I'm also using two really simple use states to filter the data, and then also, I guess, filter it by category. And then I'm passing both the selected filter and the selected category into a feedback map component. I'll get into that in a second, but I also wanted to show this use disclosure hook. This is coming straight from Chakra UI. It returns these three variables, and they make it really easy to build like a drawer. So in the mobile view, I have this icon you can click, and it will bring up this drawer. It has a really sweet animation, and it's just that use disclosure hook and those three variables to control whether or not it's showing. And then I'm showing a different icon based on whether or not the drawer is showing. Chakra UI made that really, really easy, and that was like a big win. The main, I guess, meat of the app is this feedback map component. These were a little tricky to build, but Chakra UI makes it pretty straightforward. This is the set selected filter logic, and these are the categories. And those will be passed into a map component that's like a container component. And for each data in that object, it will display a feedback preview component. And before displaying that list of components, it will sort it by the selected filter, and then filter it, I guess, by the selected category. Another trap I fell into was using the default link component to create cards that link to a new page. This is semantically incorrect as the links render anchor tags, and the HTML spec notes that anchor tags cannot have other interactable children. So the Chakra UI docs say that the best way that they came up to solve this was the link overlay component, which I'm now using, and that aims to solve that problem by overlaying one link on top of the component card and then elevating the remaining links on top of it, I'm assuming with z-index values. So that's what I've refactored to, and the behavior is a lot better. You don't have any weird like underlining or text decoration issues. They have a really nice like composable component structure where you can take Chakra UI's base component and add your own props to it that will modify the styling. So this feedback preview component's a great example of that. On the index page and the preview page, we always show one normal version of this component. In the roadmap page, we have a variant built out for the roadmap page where we add a little bit of color depending on the status of that project or of that suggestion, that feedback. And we also show the status of it in the card itself. And behaves a little bit different in mobile view, where we're only showing one of these at a time, but essentially same logic. So this has been what I've been working on the past week, a couple of weeks technically. This coming week, my goal is to take the data store off my Next.js project and get it into Supabase, and then use Supabase to take this to a full stack project. And my goal is to be able to come to this comment page and add a comment and have that update our data store and then show on this page. If you like videos like this, hopefully there will be more coming soon. If not, totally understand, that's cool too. Have a good one.